Good morning, good people. This is my YouTube channel called Overcome with Good, and I chose that from a scripture that says, do not be overcome with evil, but overcome evil with good. And I chose that because of the feelings I guess I had after dealing with my narcissist. It is election day, November 8th, and I'm asleep in my bed last night and I got a text message. So my son was still up. He's 14 years old. He didn't have to go to school today, so he was still up. It was almost 2 o'clock. He brings my phone to me and is like, read this text. And I'm thinking, I can't even focus. So I read the text, and guess who it's from? That's right. If you know what narcs do, yes, it was from my narc. Now, usually he doesn't text me that late. I don't know why he did. He doesn't text me that much, but he will send a message. His last message he sent was talking about, I won't be lied on, and I've been rejected, and all of this. Well, first of all, my son is 14 years old. His narcissist father has not provided any food, shelter, clothing. Maybe when he was an infant, he bought him some clothes, and he bought him a pair of shoes when he was 12. When he came back into his life, I guess the most recently, earlier this year, he had a bank account. That bank account had $26 in it. Now, I don't know about you, but that's not providing for a child. Children need to eat. They need clothes. They need things for school. They just need things all the time. Children are expensive. But I am grateful for my son. I'm grateful to find out that I was dealing with a narcissist. Now I'm still trying to figure out how to not deal with it, him. So it's like a never-ending story when you're with a narcissist, because they're going to keep coming back. And this is what I've learned, because this is what I've experienced. He keeps coming back, But after this last time, yeah, I know the nature of the beast, and I'm not interested. I'm not interested for myself. I'm not interested for my son. I think he is one of the most despicable creatures I've ever met. I used to believe that all people were redeemable, but after life with a narcissist, I see that they are not. So when you get a hold to a narcissist, understand that you can't save them, you can't help them, you can't do anything for them. You must help and save yourself. And the help that you need to do is no contact. Now, I don't know how I'm going to figure this out for myself, too, because no contact includes text messages. Now, I never respond. He sends messages. I just do not respond. But the fact is, I read it. The fact is, my son read it. His last text message, I didn't even let my son read because it was very negative. It said something about people lying on him and accusing him and falsely. No, sir. You are a liar, and you are not a good father. You're not a good provider. Earlier in the year, I was taking care of his mother, and he comes back around. And I've told the story before, but I'm going to try to keep it short. So he comes back around. He's trying to get in my good graces. Then he moves in with me. And then I'm thinking, oh my God, how can I get out of this? And he starts talking about his ex-wife was a narcissist, or his soon-to-be ex-wife. And I'm like, what's a narcissist? So that's how I found out that he, in actuality, was the narcissist. So then I found out what it was, and I'm thinking, oh my God. So while he's staying with me, he just ups and moves out one day. I can't remember. He tried to blame it on me, of course. He said that I was throwing some stuff. I threw my dirty clothes in the closet because he kept on talking and wouldn't stop and following me from room to room. I'm like, oh my God, if you don't leave me alone. But anyway, so he up and left. Guess where he ended up? At his mom's house. Then guess who ended up out of a job? I did. So what type of man is it that, so I got to pay rent, I have a car, and you caused me to lose my job? Now, what type of man does that to the mother of his child? I don't know. I've never seen this type of person before in my life. So that's what I'm dealing with. So after dealing with him, that's where that scripture really came into play for me. Because when you're dealing with a narcissist, you do want to do some evil things. And I think it's their evil spilling off on you. So don't be overcome with evil, but overcome evil with good. And good is subjective. It is good that I do not reply to him. It is good that we do not see each other. It is good that his son does not see him, because he is not a good influence. Even in a little bit of time, once we were talking about a conversation about how to handle a police situation. Well, when you are a black person, you cannot handle the police in the same way everybody else does, because it's police brutality, period. And even with a 14-year-old child, you see they're shooting children out in the streets, and that is just the bottom line. That is the reality. So I have a 14-year-old son. I don't want him to become a statistic because his father's foolishness telling him, well, you can do this and you can do that. No, you keep your fucking mouth closed, 10 and 2, till you get home. Yes, sir, no, sir. Boom, that's it. And unfortunately, that's how it is, and that's how it needs to be, so you can stay alive. So anyway, his father didn't have that type of information for him. So what could you possibly provide for him? That's my question. I can't even see anything. He's never taken him to the park. I'm talking about, say, from 5 on up. He's 14 now. Never taken him to the park, to a movie, to a game, any kind of game. Even my son used to play, T-ball, and it was over close to his house. Never went to a game. My son has played soccer, basketball. He's played an instrument. His father's never been involved. He's never wanted to be involved until now. Now it's too late. Your son knows exactly who you are, and he doesn't want any parts of you, and neither do I. So you should stop. But even if you don't, there will be no contact. Absolutely none. And that's how you have to keep it when dealing with a narcissist. And I would say it's like an ongoing process that you have to keep your mind on, I don't know, is it the foolishness? Because then they try to trick you and be all like, I'm being rejected. So he sent this text message. I forgot all about that. So his text message was like, I miss you, son. I love you, son. I constantly try to contact you, but I get rejected. Wonder why. Why do you get rejected? Probably because you deserve to. There really is no reason for contact. And he was talking about God made me his teacher, his guide, and all of that, so you could lead him straight to hell. No, thank you, sir. You have had your opportunity, and that opportunity is over. So, move on. Go back to your ex. Go make you some new kids. I don't know. But yeah, you can't have mine. Sorry. So I just come by to say, don't go back. Don't go back. Don't go back. No contact. No contact. No contact. That's how it has to be. Good people, have a good day. Go vote. Handle your business. Peace and love.